Good morning, day 26, and getting ready to leave. It is 9:08, so let's just say 10 after once I get my pack on. And I'm going to do 17 miles today to get to the second shelter. And today marks the day where I cross the boundary where Keegan and I started section hiking the AT about 10 years ago, the southernmost point that we started. So I hopefully I'll remember some of these shelters and trail as I come across them. But nice stay here last night, so enjoyed it. I'm able to build fires every meal. It's been dry, plenty of wood, so I'm saving fuel. And I got just enough food to get me to Erwin, looks like. So everything's working out well. So not a hard hike today, I don't think. So 17 miles should be very doable. All right, let's get on it. See ya. That's Flint Mountain Shelter in the background there. I'm moving on to Hogback Ridge Shelter for my 17-mile day. I don't know, depending on how I feel when I get there, I may even continue on. I wouldn't make it to the next shelter after that because that would be too far. But if I do 20 to 22 miles today, I'll have 20 to 22 miles tomorrow, and I can get into Erwin. So let's get to Hogback Ridge Shelter, and we'll assess it from there. That was some great trail magic. I came out here on Devil's Fork Gap. I think it's State Road 212. Trail's continuing through this beautiful meadow. Look at this. And I am moving on. My pockets are loaded. I ate all I could there, and I loaded my pocket up with some more food. So don't have to worry about running out of food before I get to Erwin. That was great. Nice, very nice family. 4 young daughters. Pretty area. Okay, I finally came across another patch of ramps, so I'm going to show you guys. These are ramps. See, they have kind of a reddish stem, but if in doubt, just pinch it off and smell it, or taste it. Yeah, it smells like an onion. Let's see if I can do this without getting my finger in front of the camera. So they kind of grow in clumps, but let me get down in there, feel around. Okay, so here I pulled one up. So you see, and see if I can do this one-handed. You peel off this outer skin here, and it takes it right down to the root. So it gets all that mud off, and then I just use my fingernail, get it in the frame here, and I'll use my fingernails, which I'd clipped a few days ago. But there you go. So there's one ramp ready to eat. I'm going to do that about a dozen more times and add it to my potatoes tonight. Yum yum. And there we go. There's a mess of ramps. That's a lot. I'll have to share tonight. Okay, I got the Hogback Ridge Shelter at 20 till 4. This is it behind me. So I have a big decision to make. I'm going to do some research and see if I should continue on down the trail, hike until about 6, and try to split the difference. Do a 20-plus mile today and then a 20-plus mile tomorrow, so I can sleep in my own bed in Kingsport tomorrow. So I'm going to do a little research here for a few minutes. Bye. Well, I decided to continue on. Kind of a tough decision because I needed water, and it was 2/10 of a mile to get water. So it is 4:30 right now. By the time I filled up my water bottles, plus it was you had to hike off trail just to get to the shelter. So altogether, we probably had 6/10 of a mile detour to get to the shelter and then to the water and back. But I'm gonna go for it. I don't know. It might suck putting up a hammock if it rains tonight. And it's gonna be late. But I got about 5 miles to go. Cross Sam's Gap and get into Lowe's Gap. So, oh well, it's done. So, at least I got home in Kingsport tomorrow night to look forward to keep me going. But it's a hard day today, be a hard day tomorrow. Bye. All right, here is Sam's Gap. Yeah, it's changed a little bit, I think, from what I remember when Keegan and I were here, but there's I-26. Yeah, there's some hiker trash. So I pitched my tarp here and we'll be camping in Low Gap. Got some other guys here that I had met before, so nice little cozy dinner. And we'll call it a night. It's 7:20. I didn't record the time I got here, probably around 6:30. So hopefully it won't rain tonight, but if it does, oh well. This is Wagner von Bonderweg. Guten Nacht. Guten Morgen, day 27. Day 27. It is a little bit after 8, about 8:10. And I'm the last one leaving this Low Gap campground area. It's all right. This is early for me. Everyone else is got up even earlier. So it rained a little bit last night. It rained a little bit this morning. Just enough to get everything wet. So most of my stuff is wet. But that's all right. Put in a long day today. Carry an extra little water weight. But I'll be in Erwin this evening. So you see the skies are gray. It might rain, might not. It's hard to say. We'll see. But that's it. Looking forward to getting back to Kingsport for a rest day. All right, talk to you later. Okay, so I made it 4 miles to Big Ball Shelter, and I am wet and cold. Hiding out here with a few others. Hey, there's Woodman, Two-Tone, and Little Bird. So it's let off some, so I think I'm gonna hit the trail again. 11 miles to the next shelter, then on to Erwin. But it was pretty miserable getting here. Hopefully it'll let up and won't be so bad from here on out. Well, the weather is continuing to improve since I let the Big Ball shelter, and you see the clouds breaking up there. Yeah, it's a shame across Big Bald and there was nothing to see, because it was like it was during that bad weather in the Smoky Mountains. Sleeting a little bit, blowing sideways. I was almost hypothermic when I got to Big Ball Shelter, so yeah, I was in bad shape. But it's now. It's sun's shining a little bit. Much better. It's always pretty right after a rain. All right, I took a little 0.1 mile side trail to this point here called High Rocks. Still see how cloudy it is, but yeah, nothing too spectacular considering the weather. I'm climbing out of Spivey Gap. Pretty trail, lots of waterfalls. I'm pooped, too pooped to enjoy them. Spivey Gap is the demarcation between the Carolina Hiking Club and the Tennessee Eastman Hiking and Canoeing Club. So from here until Damascus, this trail is maintained by the TEHCC, I guess is the acronym. Yeah, this is a pretty area. All right, no business knob shelter there in the background, and pulling away. So I took a short pack off break, stuffed my pockets with some goodies to get me into Erwin. So it's about 10 till 3, and I should be able to get there, I'm guessing around 5 o'clock, I'm hoping, so give or take, maybe 5:30. So pretty good time. All right, that's it. Oh, I'm getting close. I remember this part of the trail. You can hear, I don't know if you hear it on the audio, but I just picked up the roar of the Nolichucky River, and I caught a glimpse of the city of Erwin through all this mountain laurel. But this approach going downhill into Erwin is really quite beautiful, but the laurel kind of obstructs the view, but you can get just peeps into the Chestoa Valley, I think it is. But it's very nice, but I'd say I'm probably 10 minutes away, and it is 4:21, 4:22, so right at 4:30. That's pretty dang good time considering the stops that I made. So see you down there. Actually, I think that roar is the freight train, but you can maybe just barely see the Nolichucky River down behind the trees, and there's a glimpse of the valley. Very nice, very nice. And there's, maybe through the trees, you can see the glimpse of the big metropolis of Erwin. These are the first azalea blooms I've seen of any concentration. Nice. And ta-da! Last few steps. All right. There's the river. There's Uncle Johnny's. Just like I remembered it.